What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here we are with another reaction. In this, we have everyday Dutch things that impress me about the Netherlands. Didn't mean to turn on the caption. There's a lot of Dutch things that impress me about the Netherlands, but this is from an American's point of view. Before we dive in, if you guys happen to enjoy, please don't forget to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and let's get right to it.
So I've been in the Netherlands for about a month now, and there are so many things that I encounter every single day that seriously amaze me about being here, and so I wanted to share them with you guys. So one of the things that attracted me to this country is that I kept hearing about how beautiful it is, but I don't think that I was truly prepared for how beautiful it really is. Like, I didn't think that I would be walking past this every day. And when I was moving here, I was also warned about how bleak and cloudy and just generally gray it is.
It do rain a lot, don't it, in the Netherlands? It do rain. From videos that I've seen, from other vloggers that I've seen, it rains a lot.
As you can see right now, that's pretty typical, I've realized. But honestly, I came from Chicago, so if you know anything about Chicago, you'll know that it's about 8 to 9 months out of the year it's this type of weather, but even colder. And
could live there, wouldn't make it. I wouldn't survive in Chicago. Too cold.
Just not as pretty to walk around. But yeah, here my days will always be brightened knowing that these are the streets that I get to walk down and that I'm surrounded by so much beauty and culture and history here. And I say this all the time, but it literally feels like I am living in a Hallmark movie, or if you've ever seen Gilmore Girls, it feels like I'm in Stars Hollow. And obviously, I'm also super impressed by how easy it is to get around here without a car. From bike paths to walking paths to even hot air balloons, which, if someone can explain that, why are there so many hot air balloons here? It's super cool, but I'm just wondering. Cool. And yeah, it's so nice to be able to walk for miles and miles without the sidewalk ending on you, which is not something that you can do in the US. Another thing that's incredibly impressive is just how much freedom the kids have here. So I literally see them
I would say the psychopaths are definitely something that are very amazing to me. I'll say it in every video, but to be able to bike any and everywhere, it takes, I would say, if I could bike everywhere, I'd save $600 a month just off car payments. When you throw in gas, probably $700 a month. That is how expensive it is to have my car. So I'd say if I could bike everywhere, I'd save $700 a month, which would be heaven. But I can't. So, but yeah, then you get the exercise along with it. It's perfect.
Everywhere, biking, playing. I'm sure you can hear them playing right now at the park that I'm at. But they're doing all of this pretty much by themselves. And I see them in the middle of the day walking around in groups to the grocery store to get lunch or just hanging out with each other. And in the US, this would literally be unheard of because it just isn't safe for them to do that type of stuff alone. And the first week that I was here, I realized just how safe it is for kids to be in this area just hanging out by themselves. So I was walking down a really busy street and I noticed this younger girl just like standing outside of the store by herself. And so me coming from the US, I'm just like, oh no, this girl, she needs help. So I go up to her and I ask, do you need assistance? And her mom is across the street at another store and she spots me and she runs out and basically tells me to get away, which, fair enough, because here it's completely normal for these kids to just be out by themselves. But for me, coming from the US, I was not used to seeing that. So I thought she was lost. And as an American, this can be really incomprehensible that kids can be this safe. And it's really sad that my brain has a hard time computing this sometimes. It's like here I realize that I'm witnessing kids just able to be kids for the first time. It's how I think the US used to be in the 90s, and I hope that continues to be how it is in the Netherlands. And another thing,
I would say 90s and early 2000s, it was like that in the US. But then it got to a point, now, like when my son grows up, he's only 14 weeks old, but once he's able to go to school and do all, I feel like I gotta keep my eyes on him like at all times when we out and about. And I can't leave him across the street, and I can't just let him go play on his own, which is a sad reality that we face here. So, the U.S. isn't like that, where that's an amazing thing in the Netherlands for kids to have that kind of freedom. When I grow up, I had that kind of freedom. I could just go bike to the store down the street, or I could go to the park with my friends or by myself, or I could go across town on my bike to my grandma's house. I could do these things, but it's not the same anymore. You can't do that anymore. I walk like 5 to 10 miles at night one time to go to a friend's party. And I wasn't really worried. You can't do that. And I was a kid. I was like 7th grade.
That really impresses me about living here is just seeing the older population and how fit and agile they are.
They be biking
I
all
don't
the time.
think that I've been to any other country in the world where the older people are as athletic or fit looking as they are here. And it's really funny because I'll be riding with my bicycle and I'll be wobbling and not, super athletic on it. But meanwhile, they'll ride past and they'll be carrying an umbrella, a bag full of groceries, and then also somehow walking their dog.
Yeah,
and another thing
that's what I'm saying, they used to it. They've been cycling their whole life, so of course they in great shape. They fit. They've been active their entire lives in the
notice is that you guys actually have third spaces here. And if you don't know what a third space is, it's just a space you can go to outside of work or home. If you don't know what a third space is, it's just a space that you can go to outside of work or home that you can find a community of people that have the same interests as you. But here, I learned about these spaces. I'm not really sure what they're called, but there's one in Utrecht, which I know that I'm not pronouncing Utrecht correctly. Oh, that's cute. Hi! But here, I learned about these spaces. I'm not really sure what they're even called, but I know there's one in Utrecht called ACU, which I know I'm also probably not pronouncing Utrecht correctly, so please correct me. But yeah, it's called ACU, and if you're an American, you can think of this place kind of like a Boys and Girls Club, but for adults. And this is so impressive to me because in the US, I feel like once you get older, social activities aren't really... There's not a lot of emphasis or importance placed on them. It's kind of just like outside of work or the home, you're kind of on your own if you want to hang out with people. And these community spaces like ACU just provide a really cool place where you can meet up with people without feeling like you even have to drink or that you have to be super athletic. You could just kind of be. And they have a lot of cool events. Like one event that I saw was like drag makeup, which is right up my alley. So yeah, I really appreciate that while being here. And this kind of piggybacks.
I feel like that's cool. Yeah, here you just figure it's not a social space. You gotta be like, hey, y'all want to go to a restaurant? Y'all want to go eat tonight? Hey, y'all want to go play some sport? Y'all want to go play basketball? Y'all want to go to the park? Hey, y'all. You gotta call up your friends and see what everybody's doing and figure out a plan. But it's not like spaces to where offer for adults. That's like different kinds of activities that you can lock into. At least I don't know about them. And then, I mean, even if there was, I guess I wouldn't really go to them because I just feel like I don't have time to do anything.
On the last thing, but in the US, it can kind of feel like your life really revolves around work without much time outside of that, if any. But here, it seems like the priority is on the general enjoyment of life. And I find it so impressive that literally any time of the day, like at 10 a.m. on a Monday, I can see people walking around the city center just enjoying themselves, having a coffee on the patio,
really awesome.
talking to people, having lunch with other people. And in the US, the only time that you see people doing this on a weekday is if they have 30 minutes for lunch that they can take really quickly out of the office. But here, it really seems that people slow down and take little moments out of their day to just appreciate life. But just by being here, I notice myself just taking more time to breathe and to be and to really enjoy the space around me. It seems so simple, but it's something that I didn't do in the US, and it's really made my quality of life a lot better. Anyways, these were just a few things that have impressed me so far by being here in the Netherlands. I'm sure the more that I'm here, the more things that I'll uncover. But yeah, I'd love to hear from you guys. Do you think that there's anything that I haven't seen that would impress me, or anything that you all have been impressed with yourselves? And yeah, that's it for now, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Hold on, let me take
Definitely a great video. And yeah, just really cool stuff to do in the Netherlands, in their daily lives. Whereas Americans, our lives, she's right, our lives do like revolve around work, and so it's like after that you're kind of tired. So what do you want to do? You want to come home, you want to relax, you want to watch TV, you want to kick back. You don't really want to do anything else, and that is a sad life. Like, and so, but yeah, bills got to be paid, and so we got to work our lives away, unfortunately. But shout out to the people in the Netherlands, right, who get to go out and do stuff and get to live life, right? Work to live and not live to work. That's all we got. If you enjoyed, please don't forget to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and check out the next one. I'll see y'all next time.